Do you find yourself a little bit timid when it comes to sharing your business or even closing deals after you're done the presentation with your prospects? Do you know that you need to get a little bit bolder, a little bit more confident, and a little bit more strong in certain areas of your business when it comes to prospecting, inviting, and closing the deal? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you some strategies that I employed that helped me to become super strong and confident in sharing my business. And it also allowed me to become a top recruiter in my team. So stay tuned. My name is Tanya and I help entrepreneurs and network marketers create success faster while most importantly designing a lifestyle that you love. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. I put out a brand new episode and a brand new resource for you and your business every single Monday. Now here's a Tanya fun fact. If you've been following me for a while, you will probably not know that there was a point in my business where I was super timid and embarrassed and kind of scared to share my business with people because, I didn't go to school to become a network marketing professional, right? So I didn't have the confidence, I didn't have the skills, I didn't have the knowledge yet. And yes, there was a point in my business where I was afraid to pick up the phone. I didn't know what to say and I was afraid to do a presentation. I was even afraid to ask for the sale. And it actually deflated a lot of my confidence because before becoming a network marketing professional and retiring my job, I worked as a finance specialist and I was really good at my job. Now, I don't know if maybe you're thinking, I'm really good at what I do, I'm good at my job. And now when I started this network marketing career and journey, I kind of suck at it and it's really deflating on the ego. Well, that was me. I was really good at my job and I totally sucked at network marketing. And so what I decided to do, and this is where it all kind of starts, is a decision for you to become a professional network marketer. And you kind of have to make that decision. You can't really say, I'm going to try it out and expect for it to work. You got to make a commitment to actually just draw a line in the sand, and no matter what, however long it takes, you're going to develop the skills, you're going to develop the knowledge, and you're going to develop the confidence because it doesn't come naturally to become a professional and to make a 6-7 figure income or whatever kind of income that you're looking to make in network marketing. Two of the biggest resources and influencers in my life when I was really starting to learn how to get better at presenting, how to get better at prospecting, and how to get better at closing was Todd Falcone and Cesar Rodriguez. Now, Todd is a great network marketing trainer. You probably experienced some of his stuff. If you haven't, Todd actually has a really cool training that I went through in the beginning called his Prospecting Mastery. It's where he actually makes live dials to cold prospects on the phone, and you can actually hear him making those dials so you can see how and what he's saying when he's connecting with prospects. And so what I did is I picked up his course, and I'll leave a link if you've never seen it. I'll leave a link in the resource section below this video or in the description box somewhere. And you can click and you can go check it out. But Todd is a phenomenal prospector when it comes to dealing with cold market prospects that don't already know you. And so what I did is I picked up this course. It was one of the very first pieces of training that I ever purchased for my business. And I listened to it religiously. I didn't just go through it once. I listened to it over and over again. And then what I did is I practiced exactly what Todd was saying. Just the concepts were there. The foundation was there. I actually took it and I made it my own with my own personality. So it felt more natural to me. And the second course that I had been through that helped me with closing, because I was getting really good at these phone calls after practicing enough times, I just was really sucking at closing and asking for the sale and getting people to join right away with me without a whole bunch of follow-up. Cesar Rodriguez is one of my favorite trainers. He happens to be my husband now, ironically. But he is really one of my favorite trainers when it comes to closing in a non-salesy way, which I really kind of liked. And he actually has a course called the Immediate Yes Formula that has helped thousands of people, including me, learn how to become a stronger, more confident closer in my business. I'll leave a link for it in the resource section above or below this video in the description area. But basically, those were the two main influencers in my life that I purchased courses from and actually started to practice. So it's one thing to purchase courses from people. It's another thing to implement those courses and practice. Now, here's exactly what I did to make the most out of these courses, and I think that really helped me immensely. So I'd listen to the script process, right? So here's Todd making his cold call dials, and I'm listening to how they're going. And I would really listen to it. I mean, I got obsessed with listening to these on basically learning how to become a professional. I knew that was something that I wanted to do, so I committed to it. And I would listen, and then what I do is I would pause, and then I had a BlackBerry at the time, and I pushed the voice recorder on my phone. And if you have a smartphone, you'll have a voice recorder. Push the voice recorder on the phone, and then I would practice, and I would record my own voice, and then I would listen to it back, and it would be terrible, and it would suck. I go, oh, that was awful, and then I would delete it, and then I would do it again, and then I would delete it, then I would do it again. And the more I did it, what happened? I got more comfortable at doing it. I got more confident in doing it as well, and it just became naturally a part of me. Now, nothing ever comes naturally. We weren't normally born out of the womb professional, sales individuals or presenters or closers, right? So you have to practice. You got to strengthen that muscle, just like anything that you want to strengthen. Going to the gym, if you're building muscle, right? It's a different muscle that you got to strengthen. If you think about maybe your employment or your job or something that you're really good at right now, there was probably a process that you had to go through to get really good. You probably had to do it lots as well. You had to practice. This skill of presenting and prospecting and closing is exactly the same thing. You have to commit and get invested into learning how to do it. And this is how I did it. And then what I would do is I would go through the immediate yes formula, and I would listen to how Caesar would close his prospects. Now, the cool thing was I started dating Caesar, and I started hanging out with him. So we would go to the mall, I'd see him prospect, and then I would also, hear him on the phone. So that was a benefit that I had. And I would take what he was doing and I would make it my own, so I was comfortable with it. And then I would write it out, and I wrote out little scripts, and then I would hit record on my phone. Now, I would get in front of the mirror, and I would also do it in front of the mirror, and I would look at myself. Now, you guys might think that this is uncomfortable or weird, all right? But how bad do you really want it in your business? And I would literally stand in the middle of my bathroom looking at myself in the mirror, and I would practice my scripts. Marcy, it's been absolutely incredible having this short bit of conversation with you, and I'm so glad I got a chance to meet you. And I think your mindset, your attitude, it is awesome. It is so impeccable. And I would be silly if I didn't ask you if you would all keep your income options open, if it didn't interfere with what you're already doing when it comes to a side project that actually I'm working on, and I'm looking for some really keen, awesome personality types just like you. And I would be silly if I didn't ask if you would all keep those income options open. Do you? Hey Marcy, what's going on? Are you in front of your computer right now like we scheduled? Okay, great. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to www.mywebsite.com and let me know what you see when you get there. Okay, awesome, awesome. They're in the right spot. Now, if you see that button that says XYZ video, okay, great. So you're going to click that button, and you're going to watch this 15-minute presentation that we have. It's going to tell you a little bit about the product that we offer, and it's going to talk a little bit about the type of money that you can make working with us. Now, here's what I will say. This video I watched about 3.5 years ago, and it completely changed my life. And I will be honest, I was a little bit skeptical when I first, it got introduced to this type of a business. But what I learned is that from then to now, my husband and I have been able to create a ridiculous lifestyle and income with this. And I know that you said that you wanted to, generate a little bit of extra income from home. And that's exactly what we've been able to do on a larger scale, my husband and I. And I want you to know that if you see value in what you're about to see, I can actually show you some of the things that we've been able to specifically do so that I can help you reach some of those goals that you told me that you wanted. I know you wanted to take the weekends off so you could spend more time with the kiddos, and I can totally relate to that. That's actually one of the reasons why I joined this type of business, so that I could work from home, because I wanted to be a mom one day. So, and I really didn't want to throw my kids in daycare, right? So if you see value in this, you might have a couple of questions. It's not a big deal. I had a few myself, but if you see value, I'm just going to kind of test your excitement after you're done watching that video. And if you see value, if it interests you, what we can do is we can take the next step and we can talk a little bit more about that. So push play on that video. I'm going to set my timer for about 16 minutes. That should give you enough time to stream that video and get the information. And then I'm going to call you right back, and I'm going to see if you have any questions. Also get a little bit of feedback from you. Sound cool? Okay, awesome. Enjoy the video. I'll talk to you in about 16 minutes. All right. All right. Confidence. Confidence. I'm awesome. I'm amazing. I'm good at this. I'm awesome. I'm amazing. I'm good at this. I rock. I'm hitting the stage at my next company event. You've got this, you've got this, you've got this, girl. You are a professional network marketer that people love, that people adore. You rock, your team is duplicating, your team loves you, you have a big team, yes. Until one day, I just became really, really good at what I was doing. And the only difference between you and the experts out there that are, rolling the numbers, getting the numbers in their business and recruiting, becoming the top earners and top recruiters, the only difference between them and you is the fact that they have done it more than you. Interesting, right? So just think about this. Right now, if you just suck at what you do, who cares? Know that you're going to suck in the beginning, and that's normal because you're sharpening the axe, you're strengthening that muscle. And you have to go through that to get really, really good. All right? You have to literally make a decision, and then you have to get obsessed about training your muscle. And I got obsessed with learning how to prospect better so that I could build up my confidence and I could feel better in what I was doing because I knew I really wanted it. And then I got obsessed about learning how to close better, and the best way for me to do that was to get on the phone more with people and show more presentations and buy more courses that would actually teach me the little nuances that would make my life a lot easier from the people who are already making it happen. So you have to get obsessed with sharpening the axe in areas that you know you want to get better at. If you know that there's an area that you want to get better at, you have to invest into learning how to get better in that area. So here's what I want to do for you in this episode. In every episode of Tanya Eliza TV that we do, I equipped you with a powerful free resource that you can download, you can use in your business, and start seeing results with and start increasing the success level for yourself. Now, if you want to know my exact inviting, presenting, and closing scripts that I currently use in my business to become a top recruiter in my team, then I'm going to give them to you. I'm going to actually script it out so you can kind of see the process. I'll leave it very generic, so it doesn't matter what business that you're in, this will work for you, but it'll give you the foundational concepts that I've learned by investing in all of these courses and learning what I now do to become a top recruiter in my team. So if you want to do that, and if you want to pick that up, and you think that that would be of value to you and your team, you can go to tanyaeliza.com/51 download, the number 51 download. We'll leave a link in the description box above or below this video. If you're on my YouTube channel, it'll be in the description box. If you're on my blog, there'll be a big yellow button right below this video, and you can click that, and it'll give you my processes for inviting, my scripts for inviting, presenting, and closing that work really, really well without being all weird or salesy, and you can put your own flair and your own personality to it and make them your own. Now, I want to hear from you. What is one skill that you're really good at? Okay, you're really good at right now, but it took some time, it took some practice for you to get really good at that skill. It could be anything. It doesn't matter if it's related to business or not, but what's one thing that you're really good at that took some time, took some practice, and took some investing in on your part until you got really good at it? Drop it in the comment section below. I want to see your face. I want to see what it is for you. I want to see what you're really good at and join in on the conversation. Let's have some fun with this. So did you get some value out of today's episode? I sure hope you did. If you did, make sure to share this video with your friends and your team. Make sure to like it via one of the social share or like buttons above or below or around this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you're on my YouTube channel, and we will see you on the next episode of Tanya Eliza TV.